Play is an integral part of development, and it's a part of growing up, and it's really the language and the work of children. And so child life specialists find ways for kids to still play even if they're sick, even if they have a disability, even if they're here for 3 months at a time. We will find ways that they play every single day. Sit Stay Play is our fabulous new program. It's the facility dog program. So like many hospitals, Cook Children's has had visiting dogs for 20+ years. But we sort of took it up a notch and we had Cook Children's purchase their own dogs. So these dogs are legally owned by Cook Children's, and so they're here 40, sometimes more hours a week with staff members, and they're widely accessible to patients and families for whatever their needs are. So sometimes those needs look like, this patient is really down, they've been here for a couple weeks, and they really miss their dog at home. Or a physician might call me and say, my patient just had surgery, all they need to be able to go home is to walk. They refuse to walk. And then you put a dog leash in their hand and they're down the hall. And so it really has helped promote compliance in medication taking and in eating and in walking after surgery, and really meeting those physical goals while we also meet psychosocial goals, while making the environment feel more normal and softer than it normally would.
Magic happens when we tie kids and dogs together, but we're seeing it in a really clinical way here. So it's ways to bring in animals, to use them to provide comfort, to make children laugh, to help deal with homesickness, to really just give them some warmth that they're open to when they're afraid of us, which happens sometimes.
Ralph Lauren is a golden retriever who I've been working with. He came to us from Canine Assistance. He has such a sensitive soul. He's so sweet and caring about people. His intuition is like nothing I've ever seen in an animal or a human.
Coco Chanel is her full name, but she goes by Chanel, is a golden retriever. She is Ralph Lauren's litter mate, so they actually both have the same birthday, which we celebrated in a big way. Their personalities are very different. They bring different gifts to the table. So she is kind of a snuggle bug. She is just very loving, very caring. She will stick with a child for an hour and a half or 2 hours through a really long procedure. So that is her gift, is just this loving spirit that is very consistent. Children can have anxiety and long-lasting impacts from trauma. And so I think that anything we can do to minimize the trauma and those experiences, it's going to physiologically help them, because we know that trauma adds stress to your body. It's going to emotionally help them, and it's going to help their family feel safe and secure. So there's just so many reasons.
The dog can lower blood pressure and lower anxiety and lower heart rate and improve happiness and things like that. Okay, so we could talk about that, but come follow me down the hallway and watch every single person change their demeanor. Everybody lights up, everybody has an alternate focus. It changes the environment, it really does.
The phrase generosity heals, I think, just sums up kind of the connection that we have with our community. Cook Children's has always been blessed by amazing community support, and they really do value that a child is more than just their little physical body, and that it's worth it to fund things that can kind of touch their spirit.
Those dogs touch those kids' hearts in a way that we cannot do. And so they have needs, you know, they go to the vet just like kids go to the doctor, and they eat every day just like we eat every day. And so they have needs, and we need to support them to continue the incredible work they're doing.
There's no way that we could have done this program without it. There's no way we could sustain this program. There's no way that we could grow this program without donors. I think it's just crucial that we have that community support.
There's no way around it. Sometimes kids are going to get sick, sometimes they're going to get hurt, sometimes they're going to need to be treated here, and that can be really scary. It might seem fluffy, and the dogs literally are fluffy, but if that's something that we can do to make this experience easier, more tolerable, less scary for kids, that is worth it tenfold.